We can see that Davido had a house in Banana Island, I think by Tsuchimoto. He is in the Giuliano de Medici. That was his very first apartment in Banana Island. Recently, he bought another house in Banana Island. And of course, this one was a fully detached house, 5-bedroom, fully detached mansion. And barely a few months after that, he just recently tweeted that his dad gave him a land in Banana Island. So how much interest, how much vested interest does this family, the Adeleke family, have in Banana Island? Is there any truth to the suggestion that it belongs to them? It belongs to this family in question. And there's need for you to think about this very, 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 very deeply. Because if there's any truth to it, then I would say the people that are living in Banana Island are living under a pack of cards. Hello everyone, welcome to the Ownahome, the NG TV show. And today on the show, I'm going to be dissecting a popular belief. Actually, if you go on Wikipedia and you type in Banana Island and you search for the history, you would see a story. And apparently that is an unverified claim that has been kind of contested, the veracity of it all. So according to the claim, there was one Mr. Adebayo Adeleke, late Mr. Adebayo Adeleke, and he is purported to be the original Banana Island construction project owner. And Banana Island was called Lagoon City. And, this person in context and in question is the uncle of popular Nigerian Afrobeat singer Davido. And let's walk through this theory, although it has been disputed for neutrality. So, late Chief Adebayo Adeleke was a University of London trained civil engineer, MICE, and CEO of City Property Limited Development. And Adeleke originally commissioned a new urban development in Maroko, Victoria Island. But you know how it is with these projects usually. The project was acquired by the Lagos State government following a lengthy 10-year court case. Lagos State government offered other parcels of land as consideration for the Maroko development. So they eventually offered him compensation of other parcels of land. So after that incident, many scoffed at Chief Adeleke's decision to select the Ikoyi Island perimeter, another location for another development that he was going to do. But they didn't really appreciate the foresight of him, because I would think that islands then, they were not really a thing, and that place had not really exploded as much. History tells us that Ikoyi really became big, like what Ikoyi is, during the oil crisis when there was the whole militancy and stuff. And most of the oil companies in Port Harcourt, Warri, and all of other places, they had to take the expatriate to Lagos. Overnight, it was like a rushed decision because there were bomb threats. These guys were saying they were going to do it. So it was when people went en masse to Ikoyi, that's actually when that place began to be very, very highbrow, and so many estates were located there. But at the time, people did not really see it, because it takes foresight, it takes a lot of planning, and it takes a lot of sometimes it's just I would say luck for you to see the potential of an area. So many people wouldn't see it. So, this Chief Adebayo Adeleke, he engaged the Westminster Dredging Company to dredge the foreshore. So he went to the coast, he went to the foreshore, that's the place where the land and the water meets. So, did some reclamation work, and, they dredged the foreshore, and they created 6 interlinked and symmetrical islands. 6 interlinked and symmetrical island, and he wanted to create a development that would make Nigeria proud, in quotes. And he engaged also Minoru Yamasaki, the architects of Manhattan's World Trade Center. So on the one hand, he has this Westminster Dredging Company, and then he has this world-renowned architect that designed the World Trade Center Twin Tower buildings. So Starchitect Yamakasi's replica Twin Tower comprised the flagship iconic building of the main island. So there was a Twin Tower plan that was going to be in Atlantic City. I think that was now called the Lake Point Tower. So that was going to be like the featured architectural design there. That's what happened. And to complete the Lagoon City concept, Chief Adeleke planned an aesthetic design including a city airport. So there was supposed to be an airport there. Wow, this is huge. This is huge. And this was a vision conceived long before London Docklands development, London City Airport, Dubai's Palm Island, or Hong Kong's Cheklap Kok Airport. So, as soon as he reclaimed the land, the vultures came. And when it started shaping up and people started understanding the idea, other attempts were made to wrestle the land from him. And the project was acquired again with no consideration being paid to City Property Development Limited. No consideration at all. Since 1983, the acquisition is currently being challenged in various courts, and there are caveat emptor warnings in place to warn prospective buyers that their investments could be at risk in future. There is also litigation pending in the UK and European courts regarding this same matter. And I have a video which I did some months back about Magodo and how Magodo has similar history, and how sometimes when these things happen, people act a whole lot like victims, but at the history of it, something similar happened. There was some injustice done. People passed shady deals, and if what we are saying here is true, and if what we are hearing here is true, then people that are buying land in Banana Island and buying houses in Banana Island, you're buying another person's land. You're buying land under dispute. And ordinarily, if you go to a place and they tell you there's dispute on this land, are you going to buy? But then we live in a country that is just for the high and mighty. And because the people here are big guys, and this particular case is known by a few, and lots of people don't really know what's going on, then you just have big men buying. You have the likes of Sujimotos, you have different types of apartments there, and people paying upward of $1.5 million to stay in 5-bedroom apartments. But that's the issue. And we can see that Davido had a house in Banana Island, I think by Sujimoto. He is in the Giuliano de Medici. That was his very first apartment in Banana Island. Recently, he bought another house in Banana Island. And of course, this one was a fully detached house, 5-bedroom, fully detached mansion. And barely a few months after that, he just recently tweeted that his dad gave him a land in Banana Island. So how much vested interest does this family, the Adeleke family, have in Banana Island? Is there any truth to the suggestion that it belongs to them? It belongs to this family in question. And there's need for you to think about this very, 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 very deeply, because if there's any truth to it, then I would say the people that are living in Banana Island are living under a pack of cards. If actually Chief Adebayo is the rightful owner, and this was wrestled from him, and it's indeed in the European and the UK courts, and indeed he was skimmed out of his development, his project's development, then what do we say to these things? But, that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. What do you think? Kindly drop your comments. Kindly drop a like. Kindly share. Kindly subscribe. And here at Ownahome.ng, we believe Owning a home should not make you lose sleep, so we are committed to giving you the very best property recommendations and insider real estate gist. So for your property needs inside and outside of Lagos, contact us for consultation, and let's help you get your next property. So thank you so very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. I would see you at the very next video.